Hey everyone, this is Nikachu. Welcome to 2017, and now it's time to reflect on what happened for Merfolk in 2016. And we had a bit of a rough year, not gonna lie. We used to be tier 1, we got knocked down to tier 2, but we could say that about a lot of other decks as well. And if we sort of look at the whole metagame as a whole, I think a lot of other decks also got dragged through the mud. But that's not to say that we didn't have huge accomplishments. It wasn't a wasted year at all. So let's get to it. Maybe we should just talk about, what was rough about the year. There was an Eldrazi winter. There was a moment where that stupid Eye of Ugin and Eldrazi Temple just destroyed the metagame. It really ripped it apart. But the positive side of it all was that Merfolk actually had the best chance of beating it, aside from another Eldrazi deck. So the Eldrazi decks, they knew that their worst matchup out of all the other decks in Modern were Merfolk, because we could assemble enough creatures in play quick enough to kill them unblockably. So that, I think, I'm going to call that a win. That's going to be a win for Merfolk, even though we weren't really ahead against that deck. It wasn't as bad as all the other decks. A huge win. Let's not forget about the most important thing in 2017 was Simon Slutsky's Grand Prix victory. First place at Grand Prix Los Angeles. He took the whole thing down. Not only that, there were a ton of other Merfolk decks in the top 64. Merfolk had a great showing at Grand Prix Los Angeles. And that gives modern Merfolk 2 Grand Prix wins, which is more than a ton of other decks in Modern. None of them can say that, and makes me wonder who out of the Merfolk community is going to win a Grand Prix in 2017. Could be any one of you. It really could. 2015 it was Przemek Notsinski. 2016 Simon Slutsky. Who's going to be the Merfolk victor in 2017? So that was Merfolk on a whole. Talking about myself, my channel did great. I think I had 1,000 subscribers last year. Now I'm up to 2,200. Either people love Merfolk or people just love watching Merfolk. A funny thing, there's a ton of you. You don't even play Merfolk. You just like watching someone win with the deck. What am I making those sideboard guide strategy videos for? You're not even using them. But whatever, I still love you. If you want to watch Merfolk crush Modern, keep watching this channel. There's going to be a lot of crushing going on in the future. I think I actually had some very good results going into the later part of the year. I made 3 local top 8s in a row, winning one of them. I took down a face-to-face games open, first place beating Dredge in the finals. Another victory for Merfolk is that we have a good matchup against Dredge. The worst matchup for Eldrazi was Merfolk, and I don't know if we're probably not the worst matchup for Dredge, but we had a very good matchup against Dredge, thanks to Spreading Seas, Harbinger of the Tides, Relic of Progenitus, and even Grafdigger's Cage is fine in the deck. So that was myself, but let's talk about some other Merfolk personalities in the community. There's a lot of content creators moving up in the Magic world. We can start with Gabby Sparts. Gabby Sparts, a streamer on Twitch, is now doing commentary for Wizards of the Coast. And congratulations to her for doing it. She's doing a great job. She has a great chemistry with Luis Scott Vargas on camera. And Gabby, if you're watching, you're very close to some very powerful Wizards of the Coast employees. Get those Merfolk cards printed. Next up is Jennifer Long. Jennifer has been a very great ambassador for not only the Magic the Gathering game, but also for Merfolk. She's a diehard, and she has been posting articles for Star City Games. And while a lot of other content creators like Ari Lax and Todd Anderson and the like have been like and Paulo Vito Damaderosa have been slamming Merfolk constantly in their articles. This is Merfolk's last breath. The Merfolk's on its way down. Merfolk luckily wins a Grand Prix every year. You know, she's sticking up for Merfolk, but she's also writing great articles that end up being posted on the mothership itself, Magic the Gathering. So congratulations to Jennifer. And we've got other people. Merfolk Joe, if you guys don't know, this guy has moved to Magic the Gathering Online. He's had a very successful year, I think, for his channel. And if Cockatrice disappointed you or deterred you away from his content, well, he's moved to Magic the Gathering Online, so go check him out. He's a grinder, and I think his thought process is great, and he has great content. Sticking up for Merfolk. People like him are going to help make Merfolk great again. I should also give a shout out to TuxDev's channel. He's a legacy Merfolk grinder. Big Grand Prix coming up, Grand Prix Louisville. I'm going to have a sideboard guide coming out, but if you want to check out a lot of legacy Merfolk content, TuxDev has tons of it, and he has a different way of approaching the deck completely. He prefers to play with individually powerful cards like Back to Basics, Null Rod, and the like, but it has worked for him. He's very successful in the legacy scene, so go check him out. And I think probably the most successful Merfolk player in the content creation space, of course, is the professor at the Tolarian Community College. He is basically breaking records every single time a subscriber subscribes to his channel. I think he has he hands down has the most subscribers than any other Magic channel aside from Magic the Gathering itself, and he probably will beat them eventually. He's only some, I don't know, 50,000 subscribers away. I don't think it'll be a problem. So congratulations to the professor, and also making all sorts of content, but also sticking up for Merfolk. We gotta keep the fish together because we can make it back to tier 1. We're for sure making it back to tier 1. It's just a matter of, I don't know, I personally would like to play in a lot more competitive tournaments. If I have any goals going towards 2017, it's going to be play more Grand Prix. I only played in, I think, one Grand Prix in 2016. That was it. No, I think I played in Grand Prix Minneapolis. No, but those were only the side events. No, I didn't actually play in the Grand Prix. I was only there for the side event. I only played one Grand Prix. I got to play in more competitive events on paper, and I want to play in more competitive events online. I'm going to be playing in just legacy challenges, PTQs, all the pre-PPTQs, anything that can get the deck list out there, because I don't play enough leagues in order to get the 5-0s. And even when I do get a 5-0, it doesn't mean that it's going to be showing up on MTG Goldfish or MTG Top 8. That itself is sort of a crapshoot whether that happens or not. So I'm going to play in more competitive events that will get the deck list out there, promote Merfolk, and so on. And if you guys, of course, are going to absolutely love Merfolk, what we're going to be going forward with the future. So, keep subscribed to the channel, keep watching the content, and it's going to be coming out there in the future. So, I also like to thank my sponsor, themanabase.com. I got a sponsor that was fantastic. I've loved being on board with their website. They're a community-based website making content back to the community. I love being on board with them, and I'd love to thank my patrons who have loyally supported me on Patreon. Anyway, this has been Nikachu reflecting on 2016 and what we're going to go for with Merfolk in 2017.